Recorded Books presents Cut Loose by Ali Stroker and Stacy Davidowitz, narrated by Ali Stroker. Chapter 1 Broadway Baby. The lights are flickering. It's about to start, Nat whisper-gasped to Malik, who was seated beside her in the packed music box theater. She flipped her phone over in her lap. 1:59 p.m. Any second now, the curtain was going to go up on Dear Evan Hansen. All of her senses were on overload. The space was amazing, like majestic and sacred amazing, with its classic red velvet curtain and wall sconces and crystal chandeliers. Nat bathed in the sounds of ushers pleading with people to turn off their phones and of fingers riffling through playbills. She soaked in the smells of cherry-sucking candies and old lady perfume. She felt the AC tickle her arm hairs straight, and the coziness of sitting beside Malik warm them right down. Was this real life? Was she really in a Broadway theater? The lights flickered again, and startled, she slammed her head into Malik's summer blazer. His tangy, sweet cologne danced up her nostrils. Again? The lights? They're going all Tinkerbell. Is your phone off? Is mine off? Hers wasn't. It was 2:01 p.m. She only knew that because her phone was on. She powered it off. Malik was laughing so hard, his dreads were bouncing around his shoulders. What? Nat asked as the lights flickered for the third time. Oh my God, do you think there's a problem backstage? There's got to be a problem. There's no problem, I promise you, Malik said, still laughing. Most shows, they start like 7 minutes late, just to make sure people who are in the bathroom or buying M&Ms for $20 have time to get their butts in their seats. Oh. Relieved, Nat released her grip on the wheels of her wheelchair. Eliza. Dang, I can't believe you're about to see your first Broadway show. He made his hands into a tunnel for secrets. I mean, I can, because you're making it obvious, but... I know, I've been waiting for this moment since I was like 7. Nat thought back to when she'd first become obsessed with musicals, watching a community theater production of Annie in a town outside San Francisco with her soul sister, Chloe Suarez. After the show, she'd bought a curly red Annie wig with her birthday money and spent hours belting Tomorrow to her bed full of dolls she'd cast as orphans. Now 13, she'd spent the last 6 years memorizing the cast albums on her always-growing Broadway Spotify playlist. Back in her home state of California, she'd done the math. Broadway was in New York City, which was 2,905 miles away, a.k.a. too far. But this summer, when she, her parents, and her Labradoodle pup Warbucks had moved across the country to Saddle Stream, New Jersey, they'd thankfully cut that mileage between home and Broadway by 99%. I mean, it kind of makes sense it took a while for me to get here, Nat added. And, wait, what was your first Broadway show? School of Rock, Malik replied, throwing his hand up in the rock and roll salute. My mom took me because she's a drummer, and she not so secretly wanted me to be a drummer too. But I fell in love with the bass. After that show, I begged my parents for one, and I haven't been able to put it down since. Whoa, I didn't realize you were so into playing. Yeah, well, we were busy these last couple of months. You know, putting on Wicked and playing lead roles together. Haha, true, Nat said. Seriously, it's wild that it's been a month since the show closed, right? It feels like forever ago, but also weirdly like it was yesterday. Facts. Malik held out his hand, and Nat sprinkled a few M&Ms into his palm. By the way, these were $8, not $20, Nat countered, and they taste better here. Malik tossed back the M&Ms and chewed. No, not facts. Yes, facts. Nat giggled.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.